writing an article about. Guy live tweeting info found in Epstein docs thread. Unredacted Epstein documents. Ghislaine Maxwell says Clinton never had a meal on Epstein's island. She's asked about her relationship with Doug Bann, who worked for Clinton. Yeah, it is out. You are so dismissive. No, I'm saying I was just dismissive to the sentiment that it's leaked, quote unquote leaked. I mean, I can download it myself. I can try and download it myself. Nah, bro, it did leak and I have bad news for you. Jenk is in there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't actually get it off court listener because it's being like DDoSed basically. Is literally, I mean, I got the flight logs. All right, I guess we'll wait for this guy to read it piece by piece. Another example, defendant refused to answer questions about her knowledge that Johanna Schoberg was hired to work for Epstein and provided massages. The police report Johanna admitted that Maxwell recruited her to work for Epstein. Do you know what task Johanna was hired to perform? She was tasked to answer telephones. Did you ever ask her to rub Jeffrey's feet? I believe that I have read that, but I don't have any memory of it. Elon's going to be on there and he's going to shut down Twitter. No, not Elon, but Elon's brother is. For those of you who don't know, Kimball Musk is a Jeffrey Epstein associate, a known Jeffrey Epstein associate. But yeah, his brother literally was like dating one of Jeffrey Epstein's girls, as a matter of fact, and frequently spent time in Jeffrey Epstein's New York mansion. Yes, Elon Musk's brother, Kimball Musk. Did you ever tell Joanna that she would get extra money if she provided Jeffrey massages? I was always happy to give career advice to people. Career advice. Nice. Jesus Christ. And I think that becoming somebody in the healthcare profession, either exercise instructor, or nutritionist, or professional massage therapist, is an excellent job opportunity. Hourly wages are around $7, $8, $9. And as a professional healthcare provider, you can earn somewhere between, as we have established, 100, 200, and be able to travel and have a job that pays a wonderful job opportunity. So in the context of advising people for opportunities to work, it is possible that I would have said that she should explore that as an option. What, rubbing Jeffrey Epstein's feet? But of course, contextually, dude, in the job opportunity field, dude, everyone who's a Jeffrey Epstein associate, when asked questions, responds in the funniest ways possible. It's like Prince Andrew being like, no, actually, I'm incapable of sweating. Famously, it's impossible for me to sweat. I have a disease specifically that renders it impossible for me to sweat. Right? Famously. All right, CNN is covering the files.
But this is all, part of this lawsuit and part of the reason why the...
Meanwhile, you'll be covering the top of the hour ad break with a subscription. And by that, I mean you'll cover your eyes if you are not subscribed for 3 minutes. However, at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. Why am I talking like this? I'm stuck. Okay, here's a 3-minute ad break now. Jesus Christ.
News organizations and, just other information that has come out over the 20 years that Epstein has been alleged to have been involved in this sex trafficking operation. So we're starting to see some of these names come out. And Virginia Giuffre has been very public about her allegations, accusing prominent politicians of having been forced to have sex with them, as well as her allegations against Prince Andrew. She had reached a settlement with the prince where he's agreed to make a sizable donation. So we're going to go through these documents to see if we're learning any new names or new allegations. But a lot of this information has already been public, and that is why the judge has agreed to unseal it.
We'll see what happens. Kara Scannell, thank you very much.
Every single one of Jeffrey Epstein's associates has defended themselves in the weirdest ways possible, from the classic Alan Dershowitz, I always had my underwear on defense, to, oh God, CNN skipped it already. What the hell? They just confirmed Ludwig was on the logs 23 times. Stop. Dude, stop. Come on, guys. That's not funny. Fox Steve, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Ludwig is Hamas is way funnier than that. God, remember that meme? I feel like that's a way more unacceptable meme now, because like back in the day, people just didn't know what Hamas was, so we could get away with making jokes like that. That was one of the earliest. XR Toure, thank you for the 5, get the subs. That was one of the earliest Ludwig memes in this community before I started saying, before MAGA Mail, we used to say Ludwig joined Hamas. Or was it Hezbollah? Did we say Ludwig joined Hezbollah, or were we saying Ludwig joined Hamas? Oh, here, this is it. Ludwig did a birthright trip. Quite interesting story. He considered joining Hamas. There is what? Ludwig's not even Jewish. What the fuck? Is he even Jewish? What the fuck are you talking about? That's such a funny comment, dude. I'm sorry. Funny story. Ludwig did a birthright trip and considered joining Hamas. There's more. There's like, we used to make memes about it too. The whitest motherfucker on the planet too. Like, Ludwig Ogren, dude. I thought they were French. Maybe they're French Jew. I don't know. I didn't know that. Anyway. So funny. The only thing that's funny for Hegemonic World Peace is like trying to troll me with the worst types of, with the most low effort meme of all time. Yeah, the other one was XQC joins the Taliban. Overwatch career under a new organization. That organization, the Taliban, did.
What?
The news did not reach everyone in a positive way. Many of his peers voiced both supporting. And that's not because I'm like good friends with
the fuck is,
but literally because it's my fucking point of view. Okay? And I still will. If people are inappropriately fucking targeting him or some shit, I will defend him.
What the fuck is that?
The juice is loose. Go get it. Despite the incredible support from his peers.
Who the fuck made this?
He received fair share of criticism. Popular Norwegian streamer Sebastian Forsem voiced his criticism by saying B.
Stop staring.
No, this is why. Obtained by Bloomberg, the French Canadian can be seen enjoying the desert. This is literally him. This is him. So with this esports
what
team,
the
right?
fuck?
All right, what else we got on the Epstein stuff, man? I hate that CNN covered it so shortly. All right, let's keep going. Document, Maxwell, have you ever engaged in sex with any female? Lawyer, I'm going to instruct you not to answer. Apparently, Maxwell tried to argue that she never arranged or asked Miss Jeffrey to have sex with anyone. From same file, Maxwell apparently had a physical outburst at a deposition where she knocked over a court reporter's computer. Does only CNN have it? Why the fuck would they get it alone? No, everybody has it. It's just we can't download it because it's unfortunately the court listener document is, you can't download it because everyone's clicking on it and trying to get it. Chat keeps clicking on it. But here we have some of it. I have the flight logs. And I have this. The deposition. God, I wish we could just like watch the videos. Chat saying Philip DeFranco linked it. I mean, Philip DeFranco does watch, so it's not crazy that he would be in here to linking it. It's 89 pages. What do you mean some? No, I think the court docs are longer. Can't sweet talk the ads and not serve them? No, I did. I did serve them 6 minutes ago. Control F Clinton? Okay, dude. Yeah, the actual document is longer than that, like much longer. And these aren't client lists. I've told you guys already. These are not client lists, okay? These are associate lists. I mean, can you even control F in this? Oh yeah, you can't. It doesn't work. NBC's covering it right now, or are you? Is this
These documents still have redaction, and it's our understanding that some of the victims who were underage at the time of the abuse have asked that their identities still be protected, and the judge has wanted to honor that. 2 of them, we don't obviously know their identities. They're still anonymous. The court has said she's going to look at that. She's going to take it under evaluation and figure out what to do with documents that still mention those 2 people. If there are any John Does, perhaps, you know, former associates, friends of Epstein's, men who were associated with him in ways, obviously, that are problematic, we'll have to wait and see. But the court has already said most of these documents are not supposed to be salacious. Again, a lot of this has come out through public evidence and reporting so far, but we're still in early days here as we dig through just the first couple of these and come on there with you.
And Laura, I know because so many people have been attracted to this story. They've watched this story. It's led to so many conspiracy theories. Going through the documents I went through, I did see already names redacted. We know part of it might be a John Doe, a Jane Doe, who the court's going to review now for 30 days. But again, there's also victims who they don't want their names out there.
Right.
Will those names stay redacted because they were minors at the time of the crime?
They should. They have asked for their identities to be protected. They have said that they have faced threats given the connection to this case, and so they have asked for their own safety for those names to stay redacted, and I think the court is going to honor that, Tom.
Okay, Laura, I know you got to pour through about 900 documents, so we're going to let you do that. When you find something else interesting, we're going to come back to you. We thank you for your initial reporting so far. For more on this shocking list and what it means, I want to bring in Shan Wu. He's a criminal defense attorney and a former federal prosecutor, and Bernarda Villalona. She's also a criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. We thank you both for being here, our legal eagles tonight, if you will. I'm going to start with you, Bernard. I'm going to actually start with you. Why is this happening? Did the judge have to do this?
Well, the judge didn't have any legal grounds to prevent this from happening. So remember, if a decision has to be made in terms of a judge making a decision, the first thing that they're looking at to see, what does the law tell me of how I should guide my decision? And here, there is no legal way for her to have stopped from this information coming forward, with the exception of, as you can see, there's still some Jane Does that remain in these documents. And that's because the law has to weigh in the privacy interest. Does it outweigh the public interest? And that's why those names still remain redacted and they're referred to as Jane Does. So the judge had no choice but to unseal these redacted documents.
Shan, as Laura was reporting, a lot of these are depositions. That's what I read. It was a deposition of Ghislaine Maxwell. The lawyers essentially can ask anything. They could mention any name, and it would be in these court documents. Just because someone's name is in these court documents, it doesn't necessarily mean they've committed a crime or they've even done anything nefarious, correct?
That's correct, yeah. As Laura was saying, there are so many names mentioned here, and many of the people knew that their names had mentioned. This happened quite some time ago, and that is a really important point. I mean, there's so much on social media with these conspiracy theories that the mere mention of the names means that the people have done something wrong. That's absolutely untrue. I mean, it could be fertile ground for plaintiffs' lawyers to mine if there are existing civil cases going on.
Yeah, listen.
This evidence could corroborate that somebody
Just because they're not
was
actually, direct associates or like engaged in criminal acts doesn't mean that we can't speculate. Okay.
Might be victims, whether new victims may emerge after this type of release, either from seeing the names of people, recognizing who they are, or feeling more empowered to come forward now that this is public.
What does this do for Virginia Giuffre, who may be the most high profile of Jeffrey Epstein's victims? All these names are out as part of her lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell. We should also mention, she has already settled a suit with Prince Andrew as well, and she removed a suit against the lawyer Alan Dershowitz, misidentifying him, at least in her words. So what happens to her case now, and is this a victory for her in a sense?
It's a huge victory for her because it's vindication for her, because for many years, people kept trying to shut her up, trying to say that she is lying, that she's making this up, that this is a money grab for her. And for her, she wanted justice in the sense of not just holding just Jeffrey Epstein accountable and Ghislaine Maxwell accountable, but she also felt that these associates that helped to empower these men should have been held accountable. And the reality is that nothing's going to happen to them. There's not going to be any criminal charges. I don't see any further civil lawsuit. So if anything, this is going to be a public shaming for those that were associated with them.
Shan, for the very powerful, right?
Yep.
And we mentioned some of the names of the people who have associated with Jeffrey Epstein in the past. We know of former President Bill Clinton. We know of former President Trump, Prince Andrew. This is something the public knows. Could they have done anything with their legal teams to prevent their names from being in these documents, or is that genie already out of the bottle?
I think the genie now is out of the bottle. They may have tried to do something. There'd be an argument that
What
they could
the
make
fuck?
that this could cause them a lot of security.
Bro, one of the confidential depositions that were unredacted shows Johannes Schoberg, who told a previous story about Prince Andrew putting a puppet hand on Jeffrey's breast. What? At one point, Ghislaine told me to come upstairs, and we went into a closet and pulled out the puppet, the caricature of Prince Andrew, and brought it down. And there was a little tag on the puppet that said Prince Andrew on it. And that's when I knew who he was. And I did. What did the puppet look like? It looked like him. And she brought it down and presented it to him. And that was a great joke, because apparently it was a production from a show on BBC, and they decided to take a picture with it, in which Virginia and Andrew sat on the couch. They put the puppets on Virginia's lap, and I sat on Andrew's lap, and they put the puppet's hand on Virginia's breast, and Andrew put his hand on my breast, and they took a photo. Do you remember who took the photo? I don't recall. Did you ever see the photo after it was taken? I did not. That's the puppet. Oh, God, it's so gross, dude.
The producers of Spitting Image have very kindly offered me a chance to speak directly to you, the public. Come down, they said. Sit right there in that chair, they said, and hold your head just like this.
That's crazy, dog. That's crazy.
Finder there. The reality is that the damage is done once these names are revealed, because the public is going to make their own determination as to the validity of the question and the answer. So that black cloud is going to remain forever for any names that are mentioned there. But it's important to note is to keep everything into context. And what context are these names being mentioned? Is it, oh, the person visited, or the person was multiple times at the location, or was the person an employee, or was the person on Jeffrey Epstein's plane? It's all about context. But to me, the damage is done, because we know what public shaming can do for anyone's reputation.
Shan, I have a sort of a long question for you, but just follow me along here. There's so much mystery surrounding Jeffrey Epstein, right? Ever since this case first broke, ever since he committed suicide. When I was, as a reporter investigating Jeffrey Epstein, I went to the Epstein Island that is just off the coast in the Caribbean. And even the people who worked on that island, they had all these rumors, they had all these ideas. There was a mystery of him even in the Caribbean as well. And what I want to get at is, do you think that some of these mysteries, some of these questions are going to be answered with these documents, or are they just going to lead to more questions?
You know, unfortunately, I think they're going to lead to more questions. One of the big mysteries has always been,
I think he meant after he was dead or something, you know what I mean? Not like,
you know, what kind of leverage might he had on powerful people. I don't think we're going to see that here. We're going to see a lot of the connections, corroboration of the fact that he knew people, corroboration that people were in certain places at certain times, and you know that might provide some grounds for new theories of civil liability. The criminal statute of limitations are mostly passed. Very few states have done away with those limitations. But I think it's really going to lead to a lot more questions.
Have you had any experience
and,
with Desiree
probably a lot more
Asher? Who the hell is
speculation.
Desiree
Shane,
Asher?
Bernard, I want you guys to stand by as well. If we get some more headlines, we're going to come back to you for analysis. We appreciate your time. For right now, we want to turn to that other major headline we're following tonight, those deadly explosions in Iran.
I stumbled across a
killing
party
nearly
on
100
St.
people.
Bart's in the Caribbean. He
bombs
passed of
exploding just
Desiree
minutes apart
Asher.
during a ceremony commemorating
She was
the
holding a
death of
party on the
Iranian
island,
general
supposedly drug-fueled
Qasem
orgy.
Soleimani. He was killed in a U.S. drone strike
Wait,
in
what?
2020.
Okay, they skipped it. They're done. Wait, what are you talking about? Who the hell is a Desiree Asher? BNO News has a website, dude? I didn't even know BNO News had a... Just click the media fire link and a command window opened. Help, Hasanabi. Yeah, I'm not clicking any links, dude. I'm done. I'm done clicking on them. Schoberg asked if she was forced to massage or have sex with a long list of people, denies them all. Sorry, I have to ask, but did you ever have sex with Alan Dershowitz in the back of a limousine with Virginia and Jeffrey present? Absolutely not. Do you know who Alan Dershowitz is? Schoberg is asked. I do. She replies, you would remember. I would remember that. Yeah, I mean, you would remember if you were forced to have sex with Alan Dershowitz, yes. He would have kept his underwear on anyway, you know what I mean? So it don't matter. That's the Alan Dershowitz way. That's the Dershy way, dude. Like the Aki way. Except not the Aki way, but the Dershy way. Here's the Dersh name drop. And where does Alan Dershowitz fit in that group of people? Sam, I can't tell you piece by piece who. I know Glenn Dubin was first. Okay, and I know Steve Kaufman was one of the first I was sent to. Alan Dershowitz could have been there between Glenn and Steven. The first time I was with Alan Dershowitz was in New York, so I wasn't actually sent to him. It actually happened in one of Jeffrey's residences. Ms. McCauley left at that position, so it's very hard for me to chronologically give you each person individually. By Miss Menninger. Okay, name the other politically connected and financially powerful people that Ghislaine Maxwell told you to have sex with. Again, I'm going to tell you they, because that's how it went. They instructed me to go to George Mitchell, Jean-Luc Brunel, Bill Richardson, another prince that I don't know his name, a guy that owns a hotel, a really large hotel chain. I can't remember which hotel it was. Marvin Minsky. There was, another foreign president. I can't remember his name. He was Spanish. There's a whole bunch of them that it's hard for me to remember all of them. I was told to do something by these constantly told to. My whole life revolved around just pleasing these men and keeping Ghislaine and Jeffrey happy. The whole lives revolved around sex. They call massages sex. They call modeling sex. This one is searchable and seems to have everything. Oh, this is 943 pages. I think this is everything. From what? Gmax Lmax to Philip Bart and Ross Gow. The Terramar Project. What is this? Whoa. Oh, Gmax is Ghislaine's email account. I'm out of my depth to understanding defamation and other legal hazards and don't want to end up in a lawsuit aimed at me from anyone if I can't help it. Apparently even saying Virginia is a layer has hazard. I've never been in a suit, criminal or civil, and wanted to stay that way, said Ghislaine Maxwell on Saturday, January 10th, 2015. Oops. Now you're in prison. Dude, I want to know. Okay. Let's get it twisted. One such powerful individual that Epstein forced the then minor Jane Doe to have sexual relations was with former Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz, a close friend of Jeffrey and well-known criminal defense attorney. well known for also defending in the future the state of Israel. Alan Dershowitz, also known as the Dersh. 48 mentions of Alan. Goddamn. Epstein required Jane Doe 3 to have sexual relations with Dershowitz on numerous occasions while she was a minor, not only in Florida, but also on private planes in New York, New Mexico. Is this the real court document, man? Epstein required Jane Doe 3 to have sexual relations with Dershowitz on numerous occasions while she was a minor, not only in Florida, but also on private planes in New York, New Mexico, and U.S. Virgin Islands. In addition to being participant in the abuse of Jane Doe 3 and other minors, Dershowitz was an eyewitness to the sexual abuse of many other minors by Epstein and several of Epstein's co-conspirators. Dershowitz would later play a significant role in negotiating the MPA on Epstein's behalf. Indeed, Dershowitz helped negotiate an agreement that provided immunity from federal prosecution in the Southern District of Florida, not only to Epstein, but also to any potential co-conspirators of Epstein. This is a key fact, by the way. This is very important. The prosecutor, the federal prosecutor in the state of Florida at the time that gave him that sweetheart plea deal said, his name was Alex Acosta. You might recognize him from the Donald Trump administration because Donald Trump made Alexander Acosta his labor secretary. However, thing is, at the time, Alex Acosta had specifically stated that the order came from above. Go to page 207 on the document. Fucking wild. Why? What's going on? I was living in secret about what I was doing during the massages, and I did not want my friends to know what I was doing, so I did not want anyone else coming into that. Was Bill Clinton a friend of Jeffrey Epstein? Objection, Foundation, says Ms. Menninger. By Miss Cawley. Let me back up. Do you know if Bill Clinton was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein? I knew he had dealings with Bill Clinton. I did not know they were friends until I read the Vanity Fair article about them going to Africa together. Did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Bill Clinton? He said one time that Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. Did you ever recall taking a trip to Jeffrey Epstein's home in New Mexico? That's where the Clintons used to go to, by the way, all the time. That's the crazy ranch that the Clintons would frequently go to. And do you recall who went on that trip with? Sarah Kellen was there. Ghislaine was there. That's all I recall. Do you recall why you went on the trip to New Mexico to work? To perform massage on that trip? Yes. Do you recall whether you performed massages with Sarah Kellen on that trip? No. Do you recall in the New Mexico home ever observing nude photos of females there? I don't recall. When you would provide massages, would you provide those massages naked? On occasion. On average, would you be naked if it was 100% of the time, more than 50% of the time? Can you repeat it? Sure. When you're performing the massage, can you tell me, you said on occasion, over the 5 years that you worked for him, how often did you perform massages naked? Somewhere between 25 to 50% of the time. Did Epstein try to make the massage sexual? On occasion. Would Epstein have you rub his nipples? Yes. Would he masturbate during the massages? Yes. Did he use sex toys or vibrators on you? Yes. Would he leave the sex toys or vibrators out after massage, or would he clean them up after himself? Objection, vague form. He did not ever clean up. Do you believe that your experience during the years you were with Jeffrey and Maxwell damaged you? Objection, leading form. It affected me. Damaged is a strong word. Oh, this is, wait, whoa. Is this the OG? Yo, this looks like it might be the OG. Is this the OG? Okay. Trump on page 78. Okay, we'll get back to 209 in a second. Did you train Virginia how to recruit girls to perform sexual massages? Wait, hold up. Let me see what Trump is up to in here. Whoa. Just a casino. And do you recall where you flew when you traveled that first time with Jeffrey Epstein? We left from Palm Beach and landed in Atlantic City for a few hours because there was a storm in New York, then got back on the plane and landed in Teterboro. And you say you recall landing in Atlantic City. Did you go into Atlantic City? Yes, we went to one of Trump's casinos. Did you actually go into the casino itself? Do you recall Virginia at the time, Virginia Roberts being present with you? Yes. Do you recall if she was went to the casino? She was underage. Dude, I'm sorry, but that's like funny in a very tragic and very dark way that like she can't go into the casino, but also is flying with Jeffrey Epstein. I did not know anything about how old you had to be to gamble legally. Like, it's insane. Like, she's not old enough to go into a fucking casino, but she's like being flown around by Jeffrey Epstein. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Brutal. I just knew she could not get in because of an ID issue, so she and I did not gamble. In your opinion, did Virginia look young in your view? Yes. Did you wish at the time we wonder why she was traveling with Jeffrey? At that time, I did not. Did you later wonder that? Yes. And what was your impression? Objection, vague, speculative. We're jumping ahead. Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. A few days later, I remember asking her questions to try to figure out her role while she was there, and she gave me vague answers and was never specific. Okay, let's look at the other Trump mention. Jeffrey said, great, we'll call up Trump and we'll go to, I don't recall the name of the casino. We'll go to the casino. What happened with the ID issue? Objection. All I knew was that she was not going to be allowed to gamble, so I spent time with her. We were just walking around. I don't remember what we did because either she didn't have an ID or she was too young. I don't remember specifically why. I just knew that she could not gamble. Okay, so you walked around with her in Atlantic City. In the casino. We never left the casino. Were you disappointed that you couldn't gamble? That's a silly question, I feel like. Anyway, whatever. No. When you were walking around and talking to her, did you learn anything about her? Not that I recall. Do you have an impression about why she was on the trip? At that point, no. It was just new to the whole thing. George Lucas? What the fuck? Did any of the guests for whom you gave a massage mention that they were expecting something sexual? No. Did they ask you to engage in sexual contact and you refused? Objection. The witness, no. Marvin Minsky, I don't know that. George Lucas, no. Donald Trump, no. Did you ever massage Donald Trump? No. Sorry, I have to ask, but did you ever have sex with Alan Dershowitz in the back of a limousine with Virginia and Jeffrey present? Absolutely not. Do you know who Alan Dershowitz is? I do. You would remember. I would remember that. Did you ever see Virginia Jeffries with any of the people that I just asked you about? No. Did Virginia ever talk to you about having been with any of those people? Objection. The witness says no. Did she tell you that she had met any of those people? No. I believe you saw that in a police report, a reference to a friend of Jeffrey named Glenn and his wife. Do you remember them? Vaguely. Tell me what you remember. Okay. Let's skip that. The Trump massage thing. Okay, there's not much on Trump here. Can you search anything in this? Oh, fuck, I bricked it, I think. Why can't I search shit? Al Gore on 286 was not seen on the island. Wait, this is from 2019, you said? Link to the document in PDF form. This is from 2019. 0809 2019. Wait, is that just when the wait, it's not irrelevant. No, they unsealed it. Oh, wait. No, this is unsealed in 2019, it says. This is the older one, isn't it? Because if it was a newer one, it would show that it was judge mandate unsealed summary, unsealed beyond the summary judgment. This is not the right one. Oh, shit. This is also 2019. This is 2024. Yeah, this is the right one. This one with a 900. Yeah, this is the correct one. These other two are old. That was all unsealed in 2019, a day before Epstein killed himself. This person on Twitter combined them all together. She posted a Google Drive link. The PDF, FYI. Yeah. 50-hour stream to analyze the document. Listen, dude, I've done so much on Jeffrey Epstein before. I'm not doing that again. One time, back in the day, before my YouTube channel was like a serious YouTube channel, I got it completely blacklisted because I spent 12 hours doing a Jeffrey Epstein stream, and then I uploaded almost the entire 9-hour portion of it, like directly to my YouTube. Just all 9 hours of it, uncensored, uninterrupted. And then YouTube nuked my fucking account entirely. Like the next video got like 10K views or something. It damaged my I relate too much to that level of brain rot. Yeah. I don't know where it is anymore. Control F Jimmy Beast? What do you mean? What? Mr. Beast, you mean? What are you, crazy? Oh, you mean Jimmy Kimmel? There's no Jimmy Kimmel. There's no Kimmel on here, dude. Look up page 519. Associated with attending deposition at 100 miles. What? There's nothing on the page. Famous pilots on the plane. Okay, everybody stop memeing. Oh my God. Alan Dershowitz is mentioned on here a lot, dude. Les Wagner, Tom Pritzker, Kevin Spacey. I may have already asked you, but have you met Kevin Spacey? No. Bill Richardson of New Mexico. Jean-Luc Brunel. Alan Dershowitz. To this date, we have not heard from parents. I will attempt to establish contact with them during the evening hours. I received a package from attorney Guy Fronston, which is hand-delivered to the police station. Within the package was a letter from Alan Dershowitz and two www.myspace.com profiles. Profiles were of and blank. Wait. Or if you search with his last name, they don't always use Alan. They name him. Oh my God. Oh my God. When you put his last name in, there's 137 mentions. Oh my God. The Dersh. Ugh. God damn, bro. Yeah, I read this already. Epstein required Jane Doe to have sexual relations with Dershowitz on numerous occasions while she was a minor in private planes. This is what the attorney was saying was happening. It's not like witness testimony. So, you know, it's just the thing. He was ragging up those air miles. Yeah. Look up the Dersh mentioned at the bottom of the page. What a fucking slime ball. Ghislaine Maxwell was another person in Epstein's inner circle and a co-conspirator. She was someone who consequently also appreciated the immunity granted by the MPA for the crime she committed in Florida. Oh yeah, this is the what is it, like the no prosecution agreement, right? Or is it NOLO? It's probably some fucking Latin word, but that's what it is, right? They're talking about Alan Dershowitz like no prosecution agreement that he pushed for. What is that? Is that what it's called? Nolo prosecute or whatever? Alexander, no contest? Nolo, no contest? Whatever. Yeah. Dershowitz helped negotiate an agreement with the provision that provided protection for himself against criminal prosecution of Florida for sexually abusing Jane Doe 3. Because his broad immunity would have been controversial if disclosed, Dershowitz, along with members of Epstein's defense team and the government, tried to keep the immunity provision secret from all of Epstein's victims and the general public, even though such secrecy violated the Crime Victims' Rights Act. Nolo contendere. Nole prosecui is when they don't prosecute you in the limited time frame that they're allowed to prosecute you. There's like a window. I know that because I got hit with that. For my DUI, they dropped it without even fucking telling me. Like they didn't even file it. Right? Isn't that what that means? Look at page 288. Dershowitz was saying nothing was happening. He was just calling her a liar, and she was just trying to find people to back up her story. And what did you understand her story to be? Did she tell you that she was recruited to give massages, sexual massages, and have sex with people such as Dershowitz and Andrew? But I knew none of that at the time. Right. Did you tell them anything? Did you tell them during that meeting that you knew of anything about her being recruited to give sex to either Jeffrey or to other people? Objection. Can you rephrase? Yes, that wasn't a very good question. Don't own up to that, Miss Menninger. What did you say during this meeting with Virginia and her investigator? Basically that I believed her, even though she never spoke to me specifically about that, what was going on. Right, hold on, I'm going to turn on that. 1 second. I'm going to put on the Kaya cam. Hello. Look at that. Little baby Kaya. Just breeze over the DUI. Dude, I've talked about it so many times, dog. I got arrested for a DUI, but never prosecuted for one, okay? That's it. I was under the legal limit. That's the story. Long ass time ago. Okay. Basically that I believed her, even though she never spoke to me specifically about what was going on. That once I learned everything that happened based on reading the police report, I believed her side of the story. And did she tell you what her side of the story was? You know, just that she wasn't a liar. That, you know, she was there to have sex with men that Jeffrey wanted her to sleep with. Did she tell you in that meeting who she had sex with? No. Did she name any of the famous people? Only Dershowitz came up. Did you two talk about the incident in New York with the puppet? I don't recall. And you formed this opinion about whether she was a liar based on things that you've read in the police report? Objection. I formed my opinion based on my experience in the house. Okay, what was the experience in the house help you form your opinion that what Virginia is saying is true? You know, Jeffrey being open with me about what other girls did for him and that I was not one of those girls. He was always trying to recruit me almost in a way that I could be one of them and travel with him and live the life of luxury if only I did this. So after 5 years of learning what was happening, I can look back knowing I only knew Virginia for a very short time. Looking back, I can make assumptions about what was required of her. Did she tell you how old she was when she said she started working with Jeffrey? She didn't. Did she tell you how long she worked with Jeffrey? No. Have you read all the things that have been attributed to her in the press? Many of them. I don't know that I've read all of them, but I've read some. In this meeting with Virginia and the investigator, you said Ghislaine Maxwell did not come up. Will this end Dershowitz' career? No. Alan Dershowitz is fucking gross, dog. Like, that's kind of a superpower. Okay? When you're that fucking gross, there's like not really anything that can take you down. You know what I mean? Everybody pretty much knows he's disgusting. He's like a disgusting, filthy little pervert, right? So it almost becomes like that under other circumstances would be considered awful, right? It would be a career ender. I'll give you an example from Twitch. It's kind of like Pokimane, right? Pokimane has cultivated an image that is like, you know, very brand friendly. So when she does something, whether intentionally or unintentionally, and it is like a little out of pocket, she gets an extra amount of scrutiny for that, and people make a much larger deal about that because her brand is not tarnished, okay? The way she presents herself is overall very positive, okay? Whereas when you talk about a guy like Alan Dershowitz, it's the exact opposite. You expect him to be a filthy little pervert anyway. So, like, when you hear more about him being a filthy little pervert, you're like, oh, that's just par for the course. Does that make sense? That transition going to be such a bad clip for you? Why? I'm specifically talking about it's an opposite comparison. As in, chat completely misinterpreting your analogy. Like, the point is, everybody basically understands he's like a psycho. He's a freak, okay? So there's no double standard there. There's no hypocrisy there. The thing is, you have to understand, people care more about hypocrisy than they care about death, okay? You could be a murderer and be like, I'm a murderer, dog. This is what I do. And if you do another murder, people will be like, oh, no, that's normal. Like, you're a murderer. That's what you do. Okay? People are more mad, both online and in general, about not even real hypocrisy, but perceived hypocrisy than they are about, like, someone who's just a bad guy doing more bad shit. That's why the standards are very different for the likes of genuinely evil people who are openly evil. Yeah, it's like if you were to do a crypto gambling stream versus Trainwreck's doing a crypto gambling stream. Pretty much the same. Yes, exactly. It's the same as people yelling at me about random shit like buying a car, buying a house is expensive, but they would never in a million years offer a similar style of scrutiny to anyone else because they perceive that to be a hypocritical act for someone like myself. That's it. It's kind of like Donald Trump. What, like being on Redacted's flight? Okay. What is the Dersh even up to nowadays? He's like 90? Bro, he was tapped to defend the state of Israel in the International Court of Justice. Anyway, not that I recall. Do you know the name of the investigator, Valerie Rivera? Have you read the statements that Ghislaine issued to the press? No. Do you know what it says? No. Oh, by the way, Clinton Likes Him Young is featured in this as well, for the record. Damn, bro. It's crazy that Bill Clinton's name is mentioned less than Alan Dershowitz. The Dersh! 100 times less. Well, to be fair, the Dersh did actually defend Epstein. I can't recall having a meal with them. But just so we're clear, the allegation that Clinton had a meal on Jeffrey's island is 100% false. But he may have had a meal on his plane. Yes, I'm sure he had a meal on his plane. How do you know how many times he flew on Jeffrey's plane? I don't. You know who Doug Band is? I do. How do you know him? He used to work or still works for Bill Clinton. Did you ever have a relationship with him? We are talking about adult consensual relationships. It's off the record. I'm not asking what you did with him. I'm asking if you ever had... Wait, what? Confidential relationship with him. If you understand the term relationship, certainly you can answer that. Define relationship. Someone that you would have spent time together, either seeing them in a romantic relationship or you need to be... What do you mean by romantic? I was friends with Doug, but you are suggesting something more, so I want to be clear what you were actually asking me. You defined it. You said you were friends with him. If that's what you were, that's all I need to know. While you were on the trip with President Clinton, do you recall where you stayed at these locations? In other words, would you leave the jet and stay overnight at a hotel? Do you have a recollection of this trip? I recollect the trip, but if you're asking me where we stayed, you can see it's a very fast-paced trip. It was very tiring. And Form and Foundation? I don't know why the name is. I'm sorry. I have no idea. I recognize the name, but that's it. Was Johanna Sojberg a masseuse? Pagluccia, objection to the Form and Foundation. What are you asking me? I'm sorry. When Joanna Sojberg worked for Jeffrey Epstein, did she perform massages? Anybody be surprised if Hasan is on there? Yeah, dude. I was on the Jeffrey Epstein logs as someone who was, 14 years old at the time? Like, I don't know if you're aware of this, but these are literally, like, things that happened while I was in Turkey. So, yeah, that probably would be very weird. Anyway. Did you have any sexual contact with her and the president or anybody other than Jeffrey Epstein? I don't really recall, but fair amount is how many massages you got from Joanna. I'm going to instruct you not to answer. It definitely does. Objection form. I already testified that I don't really recall Anushka. David Copperfield. Page 2004. Search Kimmel in this one. Bro, I don't think Jimmy Kimmel's in this, okay? Yeah, he's not. All right. Copperfield? Why the hell is David Copperfield on here? David Copperfield was at dinner and Epstein was there. And there was another girl present who looked young, and Joanna asked what school she went to, and Joanna did not recognize the school name as being a college, and she said it was possible it was a high school age girl. Joanna said Copperfield questioned me if I was aware what the girls were getting paid to find other girls. What? David Copperfield? No. I mean, I don't know anything about him. Have you ever met David Copperfield? Yes. Do you recall when you initially met him? Yes. Can you tell me what that was? Sure. Someone called me from the house and said that he would be there, and if I wanted to come have dinner, then I could meet him. So when I arrived at the house, he wasn't there yet, but I waited. I believe it's Sarah Kellen. There was another girl there. David Copperfield still uses pics from 1990 on all of his... Oh, he's not dead? Search Houdini. Yeah, that's a made-up term. Oh, sorry, Kaya. Watch out. All right. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to type it in anyway. Oh, Oh, God. Oh, thank God. Wait. TrueAnon. Alfredo Rodriguez, Jeffrey Epstein's former butler, claims that Ghislaine Maxwell threatened him if he spoke about what went on at Epstein's house. She said, I forbid you that you're going to be, that I'll be sorry if I contact any of her friends again. Okay, other than you will be sorry if you contact any of my friends again. Did she say anything else about what you know about Mr. Epstein and or what goes on at his house? She said something like, don't open your mouth or something like that. But you have to understand, I'm a civil, humble. I came as an immigrant to serve his people. And right now, you feel a little, I'm 55 and I'm afraid. First of all, I don't have a job. I'm glad this is on tape because I don't want nothing to happen to me. This is the way they treat you. Better do this and you shut up and don't talk to nobody. And when you say this is the way they treat, who specifically are you talking about when you say the word they? Maxwell. And usually when you say the word they, you're not talking about one person, wealthy people. Oh. Oh my God, I'm muted. So here's another part of the puzzle. Les Wexner is so incredibly cooked on this. Objection to the form of foundation. Did you ever provide Roberts with an outfit of sexual nature? I think we addressed the outfit issue. I'm asking if you ever provided her with an outfit of sexual nature to work for Les Wexner. Categorically, no. You did get that. I said categorically no. What the fuck does that mean? Wait, Stephen Hawking is on the list? Oh no, some of our faves, dude. Oh! All photographs or video containing any image of you and the following individuals, to the extent you have such photographs or video in their original native format, please produce them. Ghislaine Maxwell, Alan Dershowitz, Jeffrey Epstein, Andrew Albert Christian Edward, the Duke of York, also known as Prince Andrew. Ron Eppinger, Bill Clinton, Stephen Hawking, Al Gore. What? The hell? You can issue a reward if any of Virginia's friends, acquaintance, family come forward, help provide her allegations are false. Strongest is the Clinton dinner. And the new version of the Virgin Islands that Stephen Hawking participated in an underage orgy. What? Jeffrey Epstein vacation to Ghislaine Maxwell. This is an email from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell. You can issue a reward to any of Virginia's friends, acquaintance, family that come forward and help prove her allegations are false. The strongest is the Clinton dinner and the new version in the Virgin Islands that Stephen Hawking participated in an underage orgy. He's saying that's a false allegation. Same username for Gmail as his awful Spotify account? Yeah. Yeah, his Gmail account was Jeffrey Epstein Vacation at gmail.com, and so was his Spotify account username. Also, this motherfucker could not write, dude. Ghislaine, some helpful leakage from Roz Gow to Ghislaine Maxwell. In today's Daily Mail print edition on the web, Prince Andrew's sex slave accused 2 teens rape, 3 years joined Jeffrey Epstein's harem, and mom told the detective about her daughter's past drug use and also how many kids in Royal Palm Beach are involved in drugs, witchcraft, and animal sacrifice, according to a confidential report. What the hell? Wow, it's so helpful. Thanks, Ross Gow, managing partner of Acuity Reputation. Oh my God. Wait, were there more emails above? I think. Yeah, no, I get it. He means in terms of discrediting her, yes. What is this? On July 25th, oh my God, it's my birthday. 2006, Epstein turned himself into county jail and was released on a $3,000 bond. Epstein is a return for arraignment on August 25th. Come on, stop saying shit like that. Wait, what? It is my birthday. Proof you were there on July 25th, 2006. That's 3 years before I came to America. I was 15 years old at the time. Yeah, if I was there, I'd be a victim, not a perpetrator of acts. Just like some of you are about to be victimized by this top of the hour ad break, unless you subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. That's right. How did you come to America? A plane? Coincidence? I think not. Yeah. Anyone who's ever been on a plane must have been on the Lolita Express, the only plane that exists. The Epstein segue, this really is the worst timeline. I have searched Trump already, chatter, many times. Trump doesn't get a lot of play in this. They simply went to a Trump casino and Virginia Jeffrey was too young to gamble. So her and the other lady at the time just hung out. The guy who's mentioned the most here is the Dersh, Alan the Dersh Dershowitz. He's mentioned in it nonstop, 178 times specifically. I mean, Kimball Musk, I know, is an associate, but he's probably not named in this because I think his experience with Jeffrey Epstein is like after Virginia Jeffrey's time. TikTok Zoomers are losing their minds.
So I made a video yesterday talking about some of the names on Jeffrey Epstein's leaked client.
Wait, what? No, Rihanna is not on Jeffrey Epstein's leaked client list. What the fuck's going on?
Now, I got a lot of feedback on that video of people saying that
Quentin Tarantino. Bro, I swear to God, true crime accounts on TikTok are just only doing crimes by crimes of falsehood, okay? Half the fucking true crime accounts on TikTok are doing falsehood crimes. Crimes of defamation. Crimes of falsehood. It's crazy, man. Pharrell Williams, like you just Michelle Wolf, there's no better representation that this list is so cooked than putting fucking Michelle Wolf on there. Like, I'm sorry, but Michelle Wolf had like what, a 3-month Daily Show stint? She's not even celebrity status enough to be on any list, really. Like Patton Oswalt and stuff. That's crazy.
That it's fake and that these names aren't really on there and things of that nature. You guys, what I really don't understand, if it's fake, why are there photos showing celebrities on this list with him? Now, a few names on the
Like what?
list are Oprah, Miley Cyrus.
Dude, Miley Cyrus was what, like 12? Like Miley Cyrus would have been like 12 years old if she was chilling with Jeffrey Epstein at the time. Younger.
A lot of different people you might recognize. Okay, Prince Charles. You'll probably read this list and recognize a lot of these names. And here's more.
John
and more
Cusack?
as well.
Come
So
on.
the names.
David Koch? That one's believable. That one's believable. Bro, they just wrote Ed Book. Who wrote this list, dog? This is like they have actual sex criminals on here like Ed Buck. Which is so funny. Eminem, just Eminem.
I think total up to like 170 different people on this list. And like I said, some of these names have not yet been released to the public just because they have been removed due to court orders and the judge allowing these names to be taken off the list, basically. Like I said, there's photos.
Yeah, there's photos with one person. You got fucking Rihanna on that list. Do you have a Rihanna photo with Jeffrey Epstein? No. So why are you looking at this list and being like, excuse me, here's a photo of Donald Trump with Jeffrey Epstein. This must mean that Rihanna definitely was also with Jeffrey Epstein at a certain point on Lolita Express. And Miley Cyrus too. It's like, this is so stupid, dude. Hassan, proud Rihanna fan? Not necessarily, okay? But it's just like, you know what I'm a fan of? I'm a fan of the truth, okay? I'm not a fan of, however, people just like running their goddamn mouths off of like very easily identifiable misinformation on TikTok and gaining a tremendous amount of clout off of it.
Showing
like this situation, this got 10,000 likes, man. And then there's real names on that list like Ehud Barak, right? Like we know that that's real. Former Prime Minister of Israel, that's real.
Jeffrey Epstein with multiple celebrities that are on this list. And more photos. And then Ghislaine Maxwell, who's no better than him, who is one of the people that is exposing, now that she's currently in prison, is allegedly exposing more names that are on this list.
Wait, what? No, she's not. What? Dude, where is she? Where is she getting this information from? Like, she just made it up. She's just making it up. She went to Jamie, pulled that shit up university, and made it the fuck up. What is happening, man? This info is from a group chat, guaranteed. Dude, it's like crazy because she's just freestyling.
And on the logs that went to the islands that he owned. Now, people were saying also in the comments, just because, you know, they went to these islands does not necessarily mean they were a part of some of the things he did. Personally speaking, I feel like if you associate yourself with somebody like Jeffrey Epstein, it shows a lot about who you are as a person. And then there's just stuff like this that shows a lot of people.
Mortgage Man says TikTok needs community nodes. No, TikTok needs to be abolished, okay? That's what I think. What the hell's going on? It's just like every single, bro, I swear to God, every single piece of information you get on TikTok is just fake, dude. Straight up. It's crazy. There's a reason why this application does not exist in China. And the version of this application that exists in China is very different. No more TikTok links, chat? No, absolutely yes, TikTok links. I love looking at this kind of stuff. It's awesome.
Those names written down with phone numbers and things like that. It's just a lot of information, you guys, that...
these are the real ones, like David Copperfield or Ehud Barak, Mr. Barak Ehud, former Prime Minister of Israel, or Jean-Luc Brunel, scout for young females. Okay, this part is real. And then the other part is not real. This is from the Little Black Book.
Me, just very, very self-explanatory, you know, of these celebrities and who they really are. And like I said, they're saying over 170 of his high-profile associates will be named in court documents the first days of 2024.
Read the comments. They're gold. I want to see an actual court document. This list means nothing unless something is done. Most of these we already knew, so are we sure these are new? This is why things get kept sealed. This list has been floating around for years. The question that should be addressed is who wrote that list? Where's the paper trail? Where did that list come from? And then what, like, embarrassed emoji. The problem is that a lot of people have cherished celebrities that just, they can't fathom that they would do this. Like, this person is already so sure that it happened. You know what I mean? She's like, it definitely happened, and all my cherished celebrities are impacted, and that's why people don't want to live with that reality. And it's like, what are you talking about? Miley Cyrus was a young kid at the time. Finally, someone with a little bit of brain cells here. Ivermectin saved the children. Hashtag ivermectin. Hashtag save the children. Oh, by the way, former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson is named. One of the other names that is new and interesting in here. All right. Ghislaine Maxwell told you to give a massage to correct. Ghislaine Maxwell told you to give a massage to Prince Andrew. Correct. Ghislaine Maxwell told you to give a massage to Bill Richardson. Correct. When did Ghislaine Maxwell tell you to give a massage to Bill Richardson? I don't know the dates. Where were you? Wait. Yo! Whose name is redacted? Wait a minute. Oh, dude, this is my favorite tweet. Yes, Christine Pelosi. In light of the Epstein list dropping soon, remember that some of our faves may be implicated. The Epstein case is horrific and the young women deserve justice. Y'all remember this? This is Nancy Pelosi's daughter. She said, it is quite likely that some of our faves are implicated, but we must follow the facts and let the chips fall where they may, whether on Republicans or Democrats. Hashtag we said enough. Hashtag me too. Could be a Jane Doe being redacted. No, there are two names that are redacted, but I'm telling you, this is why RFK was just spitting, dude. That's why he was like going on every broadcast he possibly could, talking about how he loved going on the Jeffrey Epstein plane. Ronaldo Rizzo, an estate manager, testified that Epstein played a kissing game with a group of 11 girls as young as 14. He also said Maxwell took away a 15-year-old girl's passport to try to get her to have sex with Epstein on the island. Jesus fucking Christ. What's up, big dog? Yeah, big stretch. What's Kai doing? Marat's here. The cutoff from that page from the TrueAnon is 496 on your PDF. Okay, I'm going to get back to that in a second. Yes, I called Marat big dog because he is a big dog. Marat, take Kaya out. TikTok theories around Jeffrey Epstein are crazy. God damn it, bro. Why? Take a day off. Why do you do this? Why do you do this to me? God, I hate I hate it. Wait, couple child? Oh, what did they bring it in? Wait, bring it in. It's raining. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, first of the year? Yeah. See motion 5859 example memory lapse during Maxwell's deposition, including inability to remember events recorded on aircraft flight logs or a photograph. Defendant offers no explanation for her convenient forgetfulness. Yeah, I wonder how. Moreover, evidence of being recruited by a defendant and being sexually assaulted is not something Mr. Jeffrey can obtain through requests for production or through interrogatories. The only way of obtaining such evidence is from witness testimony by those who were victimized, those who assisted the defendant in recruiting and abuse, and those who observed the recruiting and or the abuse. For example, Ronaldo Rizzo, an estate manager for a friend of defendant and Epstein's, testified about an episode where defendant had threatened to terrify a 15-year-old girl that confiscated her passport to try and make her have sex with Epstein on his private island. Mr. Rizzo testified about another episode where defendant gave instructions to and presided over a group of 11 girls as young as 14 years old, playing a kissing game with and for Jeffrey Epstein. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. Alfredo Rodriguez talking about how, where he details being told to buy flowers and roses for a girl performing in a high school graduation play who he said was Epstein's friend. I like that the Twitch version, okay, of the poop sock is basically this, the ogre clip. Where this guy goes, even streamers think the lists are real, and then you clip it, and it's ogre lounging. Like, I'm not clicking on that, man. Chill. Page 305 mentions Michael Jackson. Oh, what? No way. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. I met Michael Jackson. What? Did you ever meet anybody famous when you were with Jeffrey Epstein? I met Michael Jackson. Oh, really? And where was that? At his house in Palm Beach. At Jeffrey's house in Palm Beach. Did you massage him? I did not. Anybody else you remember? I know you mentioned David Copperfield earlier. No, I'd remember that. I believe you also testified that you had never had a massage before you started working with Jeffrey and Ghislaine. Is that correct? I don't recall having a massage before then. And I think you said on the first day when you were doing the clerical work, Maxwell mentioned that you might be able to get a massage. Is that correct? Yes. Did you tell Maxwell that you had never had a massage at that point? I don't remember. Did you remember telling Jeffrey that you never had a massage? No. And then you were, I don't know what a massage is. Dersh. Okay. And then when you were talking about the massage, the first massage, when you were being in the room with Jeffrey and Emmy, and I know you said that Emmy was naked or took off her clothes at some point, and then laid on the table, and then you changed positions with her. Is that what happened? Yes. I don't remember the sequence, but at one point she was, I was, and Jeffrey was. And in the time that there was a changeover, for example, when you were on the table and Emmy's not on the table and Jeffrey's not on the table, did Emmy at one point remain naked, or did she actually stop and get dressed to continue massaging? Do you know if Jeffrey remained naked during that massage? Paul, can you ban this person, please? Can you please shave your head? Can you please say thank you for the subscription? Jeffrey Epstein wasn't real. He was Michael Jackson. Okay, dude, here. I'm going to ban you instead for a second. Stop making requests of me to ban random people. Chat. He was never, like, naked standing up. He always covered himself with a towel. I believe I asked this, but I just want to clarify. Did Maxwell ever ask you to bring other girls over for Jeffrey? Yes. 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 And what did you do anything in response to that? I did bring one girl named Bleep. No, it was some girl named Bleep that I had worked with at a restaurant. And I recall Ghislaine giving me money to bring her over. However, they never called her to come. I think the two names that were redacted were redacted to protect the Jane Doe's identity, because I guess until the 22nd they have an argument to make about how their names being released and this would harm them, which I understand. I believe that you mentioned that one of your physical fitness instructors, you brought a physical fitness instructor. Was that correct? And what did she do? She gave him like a training session twice. Did anything sexual in nature happen during the session? At one point, he lifted up her shirt and exposed her bra, and she grabbed it and pulled it down. Anything else? That was a conversation that he had told her that he had taken this girl's virginity. The girl by the pool. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, did Maxwell ever say to you that it takes the pressure off her to have other girls around? She implied that, yes. In what way? Sexually. And earlier, Laura asked you, I believe, if Maxwell ever asked you to perform any sexual acts, and I believe your testimony was no, but then you also previously stated that during the camera incident that Maxwell had talked to you about not finishing the job. Did you understand not finishing the job meaning bringing Jeffrey to orgasm? Objection, leading form. I'm sorry, Johanna. Let me correct that question. What did you understand Maxwell to mean when she said you had to finish the job with respect to the camera? Objection, leading form. She implied that I had not brought him to orgasm. Yo, why do the witnesses not listen to their lawyers, by the way? It's kind of interesting that like in the deposition, like their lawyers will be like, that's leading. That's a leading question. You can't ask that. And then, well, if the client just answers regardless, then there's no, like, is this how it goes in depositions usually? Or does it mean that it was overruled? Oh, so we wouldn't see the objections that were sustained because they just strike it from the record, right? Yes. Court reporter here. I have a court reporter who's an 8-month subscriber whose name is Bezos did something wrong. Wait, if you're a court reporter, why are you in here listening to me read this thing? Why aren't you out there doing court reporting? What the hell? Go to court, dog. Report. What the hell? I'm going to strike you from the record. Bro, we all know they only work 3 hours a day. True. Law tip. There's no judge in the room if this is a deposition. The objection is being noted for the record once the trial happens or if parties want to litigate it. Long time ago, but people are so dumb. Nobody wants to work anymore. See, this guy court reported a long time ago, doesn't want to court report anymore. Courts are closed for the day. Come on. I'm a paralegal. You have to answer unless the lawyer tells you not to answer. Also, court reporters have to be present for depositions to keep the record off the court. On the court. Leftists telling people to get back to work? Yeah. Okay. So it is fair to say that Maxwell expected you to perform sexual acts when you were massaging Jeffrey. Objection, leading form, foundation. I can answer, question mark? Yes, I took that conversation to mean that it is what is expected of me. See, that's what I'm saying. The witness is not even remotely listening to her own lawyer. Also, why is her lawyer trying to prevent additional information from coming out? Or is Miss Menninger the lawyer of Ghislaine Maxwell? Did I misunderstand this? It's Ghislaine's lawyer, right? The person objecting is Ghislaine's lawyer. Okay, got it. It's just a witness. Why wouldn't she answer? Yeah, Ghislaine's lawyer is trying to stop the witness from revealing incriminating stuff. I mixed up my lawyers. Miss Menninger, Miss Menninger is Ghislaine's lawyer. The witness's lawyer, I think, is or not the witness's lawyer. There's I think there's also the other Miss McCauley, but then also there's a Mr. something. Wait, no, this is not a criminal. I don't think this is not the criminal case, chatter. This is from Virginia Jeffrey civil. I think this is from the Virginia Jeffrey Ghislaine Maxwell civil trial, and this is the deposition. Yeah. It's not a criminal case. There's a deposition happening. Prosecutor asking questions. Ghislaine a witness. No, not a prosecutor. Laura Menninger is the criminal defense lawyer for Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell's own lawyers are now suing her? Wait, what? The law firm Haddon, Morgan, and Foreman has accused Miss Maxwell and her brother of family paying nearly $900,000 in legal fees related to her sex abuse defense. God damn, what an L after L, dude. Imagine unsuccessfully. First L is you took on Ghislaine Maxwell because you thought she was a high-profile client. Okay? Second L is you lost. Third L is she didn't even fucking pay you. You got scammed. That's a triple L. The Trump gambit. No, I know. This is a 2022 article. This is also, I think, this is the criminal trial. These are the defense attorneys that she hired for her criminal trial. This is the conspiracy and sex trafficking trial criminal attorneys. I mean, defense attorneys. A senator from Maine was mentioned, but the name is redacted. What? Not even Saul could save this one? First of all, Saul could save everybody. Okay, come on. Can you look up Swedish eccentric Sebastian Fors? Yeah, I don't think the dude who never leaves his house is in here, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it $150 with you, chatter. I don't think he leaves his house enough to be on the Jeffrey Epstein pedophile sex plane. Wait, what? Did you see page 603 when it talks about Ghislaine flying a helicopter to Little St. James with Clinton as a passenger? No way. All right, let's see if TrueAnon has posted anything else. 1 second. Alfredo Rodriguez, Ronaldo Rizzo. Semi-related, but hadn't seen this before. See? Even Brace didn't know about this, dude. And Brace and Liz are like the experts on Jeffrey Epstein. I didn't know about this either. Dude, this thing is crazy. Guys, what you are looking at right now is a photo of Stephen Hawking on Little St. James Island, Jeffrey Jebediah Epstein's sex island. I don't know who the other scientists are, but I think the others are scientists too. To be fair, I don't think you fucked anyone. First of all, you guys are wrong. We had a long conversation about this earlier. You're just wrong. And also, it's ableist. to say that he can't be a sexual assaulter. I'm also going to hell. I swear to God. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Thick 8. Yeah, that's what people kept saying in the chat earlier when we found out. Ay, ay, ay. Straight. Okay. Beep boop suck. Okay. All right. Stop. I'm gonna stop reading shit. God damn it. Okay, bro. Just because he's in a wheelchair doesn't make him Professor X. I mean, yeah, he is a professor, but still, yeah. I don't know what like the most revealing new information we got. Honestly, just this stuff, I guess. A lot of the stuff is just like we knew about it already. What was the page that chatter wanted me to go to? The helicopter one. Johanna said the defendant flew her in a helicopter from the main islands of the USVI, Virgin Islands. And I remember just thinking, the first weekend that we flew the Virgin Islands, she flew the helicopter from wherever we were, to Little St. Jeff, or whatever the name of the island was. And I thought, who is this woman? Would you say you respected her? Yes. When you ended up getting in the car with her and this other woman and going back to the house, who was driving the car? She was driving. And where did she take you? She took me to the house in Palm Beach. And can you describe the house in Palm Beach? Sure. It's at the end of El Brillo Way on the Intracoastal. Murat? The house was either white or pink. It was pink at the time. It may have been painted. It was nothing fancy. It was large. It was like a beach house. Page 603, you said? Plaintiff admits that she has not made allegations of illegal actions by Bill Clinton, while plaintiff has asserted that she spent time with President Clinton on the island of Little St. James, U.S. Virgin Islands, and that she flew there with President in a helicopter piloted by Miss Maxwell. In one article authored by Sharon Churcher, plaintiff related, on one occasion, what the fuck? On one occasion, she adds, Epstein did invite two young brunettes to dinner, which he gave on his Caribbean island for Mr. Clinton shortly after he left office. Bro, they were tight, dude. The Pope? Hasan checking to make sure you're on the list. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was on the Jeffrey Epstein Island at the age of 11. Flew in from Turkey. People are so stupid. It's the funniest joke. I know. I hope I see repeated by first message gray names over and over again. People are like, lol, bitch, you're looking to make sure you weren't on the island, dude. It's like, yeah, man. Yeah, at the brittle young age of 11. Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Blanchett, and Cameron Diaz. Wait, what? Okay, hold up. Let's read this. Epstein did invite two young brunettes to dinner, which he gave for his Caribbean island for Mr. Clinton shortly after he left office. But as far as she knows, the ex-president did not take the bait. I'd have been about 17 at the time. She says, I flew to the Caribbean with Jeffrey, and then Ghislaine Maxwell went to pick up Bill in a huge black helicopter that Jeffrey bought her. She'd always wanted to fly, and Jeffrey paid her to take lessons, and I remember she was very excited because she got her license around the first year we met. How come Kobe dies in the helicopter, but pedophiles don't? Like, what are we doing here? Helicopters are always killing motherfuckers, but never Jeffrey Epstein. What's that about, huh? What's going on? Guys, Kobe's daughter was in the helicopter too. Fucking calm down, okay? Oh my God. Anyway, we all dined together. Oh, very excited she got her license. I used to get frightened flying with her, but Bill had the Secret Service with him, and I remember him talking about what a good job she did. I don't believe this story. I don't believe that Bill Clinton got on a helicopter with Ghislaine Maxwell driving the helicopter, even if he wasn't the president no more. I'm sorry. You are not getting, if you're a former president, okay? If you're a former president, you are not getting on a helicopter that some random person is driving, bro. Yes, especially, yeah, because she's a woman. Duh. That's what I mean. Because I'm sexist. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how... That's why licenses exist? There's no shot. Bitch, would you get on a helicopter with someone who's just like, I just got my license and I'm very excited to drive this thing? I wouldn't. What are you, crazy? You think a former president with their Secret Service is going to do that? Fuck no. Hell no, dude. No shot. Ghislaine wasn't a random person to him, though? Dude, stop. That doesn't mean anything. Yeah, all the more reason to be like, yeah, fuck no, bitch. I ain't getting in that chopper with you. What are you, out of your mind? The fuck out of here? If I'm Bill Clinton in that moment, I'm like, listen, one thing to get massages from, like, you know, underage girls or whatever. Getting in a fucking helicopter is a dangerous business. Chad is making it seem like Bill wanted to fuck Ghislaine and was like, yeah, sure. I'll get in a chopper with you, Ghislaine. It's all good. If you let me hit baby girl, I'll get in the chopper with you. Is that what you think happened? I know I kind of sound like Robert F. Kennedy in that one, but... Le Predator? What? No. No. That's bullshit. That's no shot. Dude, NBA Twitter is so gross with it. Draymond Green, Chris Paul, LeBron James, and a few other NBA individuals is so fake. First of all, you literally put every NBA meme on here, okay? The only one that works in this situation is Draymond Green. You put CP on there for other reasons. NBA individuals. Control F in the full doc to see if it's real. I don't want to do that. Yeah, see? 0. Yeah, fuck you guys. Bunch of LeBron haters, dude. That's crazy. I know it's fake as Josh Giddey's not on it. Brother, Josh Giddey was protein in his father's ballsack when Jeffrey Epstein was doing statutory rapes. Okay? Josh Giddey is like already barely 18. The fuck are we talking about? How old is Josh Giddey? So many chatters can't fathom anything happening before 2018. Yeah, it's because that's when the Pope is named twice. Okay, let me finish this Bill Clinton part. We all dined together. Jeffrey at the head of the table. Bill was at his left. I sat across from him. Emmy Taylor, Ghislaine's blonde British assistant, sat at my right. Ghislaine was at Bill's left, and at the left of Ghislaine, there were two olive-skinned brunettes who'd flown in with us from New York. I never met them before. I say they were no older than 17, very innocent looking. They weren't there for me. They weren't there for Jeffrey or Ghislaine because I was there to have sex with Jeffrey on the trip. Maybe Jeffrey thought they would entertain Bill, but I saw no evidence that he was interested in them. He and Jeffrey and Ghislaine seemed to have a very good relationship. Bill was very funny. He made me laugh a few times, and he and Jeffrey and Ghislaine told blokey jokes. What the fuck is blokey jokes? A bunch of blokey jokies, yeah? Fucking hell. Told blokey jokes and the brunettes listened politely and giggled. After dinner, I gave Jeffrey an erotic massage. I don't remember seeing Bill again on the trip, but I assume Ghislaine flew him back, yeah? Just a wee bit of nonsense, right? A little bit of paedophile island business. I'm used to it, yeah? Hasan, what the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously? So much. So much. Any excuse to choose it up, yeah? Yeah, we're mucking about. Huh. What's wrong with you? So much more than you could comprehend. See Sharon Church, a teenage girl recruited by pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, reveals how she twice met Bill Clinton. Daily Mail. Oh, it is literally British. Yeah. That's why she said blokey jokes. Unpublished, undated book, The Billionaire Publishers Club, she writes, the next big dinner party on the island had another significant guest appearance, being the one and only Bill Clinton. He's the only president in the world to be dismissed from his role as a world leader because he was caught with his trousers around his ankles and the stain to prove it. Okay. It's like there's very high likelihood that it is embellished. It's like in a book. You know what I mean? Each and every part of plaintiff's claims regarding President Bill Clinton has conclusively been proven false. Former FBI Director Louis Freeh submitted a report wherein he concluded that President Clinton did not in fact travel to, nor was he present on Little St. James Island between January 1st, 2001 and January 1st, 2003. Wait, that's suspicious. Why just those time periods? What about before and after? The thing is, I think they know it as like Bill Clinton didn't go to Little St. James Island, but he definitely went to the New Mexico location, like the ranch. Right? I think, dude, you want to know why? You want to know why Bill Clinton is guilty? This is all I'm going to show you, okay? Here. Want to know why Bill Clinton is absolutely guilty, dude? Now, some will say this is unverified, unsubstantiated. House source saw it. Jeffrey Epstein had a bizarre portrait of Bill Clinton hanging in his Manhattan mansion depicting the former president lounging on a chair in the Oval Office. Clinton likes him young is something that is in the article. We already saw it here. According to Jeffrey Epstein. Johanna testified Jeffrey told her Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. Yeah, did Jeffrey ever talk about Bill Clinton? He said one time that Clinton likes them young. Do you recall ever taking a trip to Jeffrey Epstein's home in New Mexico? Yes. And do you recall who you went to on that trip with? Sarah Kellen. We already covered this. Page 275, a senator's name is blanked out for some reason. Why? That's weird. Did you ever meet Senator Bleep? I don't know what he looks like. A senator from Maine? Who would it be? I don't know. At the time? Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio was in it too. Wait, hold on. And Pope? Why did someone say Pope? The Pope is mentioned? I remember there being photos everywhere, and the ones that stick out in my memory are the ones, there was a photo of Ghislaine with the Pope. It would not surprise me if there were naked photos around. I just didn't retain them. So when you say there were photos everywhere, you mean just photos in general? Ah, yes, they had lots of photos around the house. Oh, I remember this. Wait, what? Ex-Senator Mitchell, now a DLA Piper, named in Epstein scandal? Hey, yo. George Mitchell, among those denying allegations made by women in unsealed court documents, former Senate Majority Leader, never listed as working as DLA's litigation investigations. Jeffrey Epstein and a friend sent an underage girl to have sex with former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson, former U.S. Senator George Mitchell's now chair emeritus at DLA Piper. I'd say Elon Musk, but the loser probably never got invited. Lol. No, Elon Musk, I don't know about Elon Musk's personal relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, but I know for a fact that Kimball Musk, Elon Musk's brother, is 100%, 90%, let's say. No, let's not say 100% now. 90%. His brother was, I believe, dating someone from one of Jeffrey Epstein's girls. Andrew put his hand on my breast and they took a photo of Prince Andrew. Oh, it's worse than that. It's actually Prince Andrew's puppet that they took from like one of those weird like British puppet shows. This puppet. Okay? That he sat on her lap and then Ghislaine Maxwell also sat on their lap as well, and they like commingled. And he put the puppet's hand on her breast. Yeah.
So well. Good day. I'm Prince Andrew. This is lovely. In honor of my getting myself back into the swing of things, the producers of Spitting Image have sent me.
Go to page 9. Oh no, 319. Famous orgy with a scientist. Stop. 391. You can issue. Oh no, we already. Yeah, I covered this already. This is Jeffrey Epstein sending an email. You know what? I want to see more of his vacation. GE vacation. Let's see. So, oh, this is the only time it's mentioned. Okay, never mind. This is Jeffrey Epstein's email to Ghislaine, saying like, you know, take down, issue a reward for Virginia's friends who will like, you know, disprove her or something. Oh, is this real? Oh my God, it is real. I'll go ahead and add this. Maybe the first picture didn't work. Here's Stephen Hawking on a submarine. Ghislaine Maxwell has specifically outfitted for him off the shores of Little St. James. Bro, Brody. What? A submarine? That Ghislaine, this is real? Once again, submarines are exploding left and right. Okay? Why not submarines with pedophiles in them? I'm sorry, you know, not saying Stephen Hawking is a pedophile, but Brace doesn't follow you all. This is not Brace. This is Mehmet. And Mehmet only follows 6 people. Okay? Real Ghislaine, Alan Dershowitz, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Young Chomsky, and Liz Franzik. Liz Franzik is a co-host of TrueAnon, and Young Chomsky is the producer of TrueAnon. This is not, the TrueAnon account is not what you think it is a guy named Mehmet. Also, I don't want the TrueAnon account following me. You know what I mean? I've been in a similar submarine off the coast of Mexico. We went down 500 feet, saw huge-ass turtles, shipwrecks from 1890 merchant ships, cool stuff. Also, that makes me in the top 0.0001% to go on a submarine law. Bro, why are you going to flex about being in a submarine while we're looking at a pedophile sub? It's like the one time where that cool fact about yourself doesn't seem so cool. Weird time to be associated with submarines, dog, while we're looking at a pedophile submarine, okay? Hey, this pedophile submarine you're looking at reminded me of the time that I was on a submarine. What the fuck? Bad timing, dude. Ay, ay, ay. Reminds me of that tragedy? Yeah, I know. Well, it's a tragedy this one didn't explode, I guess. Stephen Hawking's theories on black holes are a hack job anyway, so this isn't surprising. This is my favorite type of thing that people do. When, like, someone is, like, getting soft canceled or hard canceled, even if they're dead, like, long gone, people will just be like, yeah, his other work was shit, too. It's like, first of all, I'm not even going to fake that I know anything about his work. Okay? I'm joking. Oh. But it's such a funny thing people do all the time. And related to both of those, classic insanely sloppy Epstein email giving Ghislaine's team advice on how to fight back in Virginia, including offering rewards for acquaintance and denying the Clinton dinner Stephen Hawking underage orgy. You gonna watch the podcast clip?
It's insane. You think you had fun? Sorry?
I want to go to the island. Why won't you let me go?
Do you think you had fun though?
Oh, I had a blast.
Okay, that's surprisingly good. That's like suspiciously good. You know his ass try. Dude, okay, that was not a first try moment, okay? This ginger motherfucker did not drop this like that. Oh, come on. That's practice. Okay, that's practice, bro. That is 100%. It's very good.
What's he do during the day when he's on the island? Oh, you guys are going jet skiing? I'll just be here chilling. LOL, LOL. Stephen Hawking.
It's insane.
Andrew Santino's great, though. It's kind of his thing. No, I love him. I think he's very funny. I saw him when he was, like, literally an up-and-comer, like, barely popping off at, like, a random Soho House event that he was, like, performing at. That's how early on in his career it was. He's pretty racist. Nice. That's why I like him. Oh, Leo and Blanchett are only mentioned because Epstein name dropped them. That's shit. Lost it. I lost the document. Leonardo. I saw one press report that said you had met Kate Blanchett and Leonardo DiCaprio. I did not meet them, no. When I spoke about them, it was when I was massaging him, and he would get off. He would be on the phone a lot of that time, and one time he said, oh, that was Leonardo, or that was Kate Blanchett, or Bruce Willis, that kind of thing. Bruce Willis? I'm just saying it's not cool to promote him. He's a racist, lol. No, I'm promoting him because he's racist, dog. You don't understand. Okay? That's why I'm promoting him. So name dropping? Yes. So you had not met Kate Blanchett or Leonardo DiCaprio. I have not. Would you remember if you had? I would hope I would remember. Did you meet Cameron Diaz? No. Bill Clinton? No. Did you see Bill Clinton on an island? No. Did you see Bill Clinton in a helicopter being flown by Ghislaine Maxwell? No. Did Ghislaine Maxwell ever tell you that she had flown Bill Clinton in her helicopter? Ms. McCauley, objection! Witness. I don't recall her saying that. Another Steven, bro has no chill. Ah. God damn you, dude.
Steven, you can't run the top of the hour and break 5 minutes, Earl.
What? Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Steven, you can't run the top of the hour and break 5 minutes, Earl.
Wait, whoa. Where did that come from, dude? That's crazy. How can I avoid those ads, Steven?
If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe.
Wait, what? How much is a subscription, though, honestly?
$5 or free with a Twitch Prime.
That's crazy. What if I don't have a Twitch Prime because I use it on some whack-ass streamer and, like, I don't have $5 left?
You can also get gifted a sub.
That's crazy. What? You can get gifted a sub? Wow, that's wild. Well, I guess I got to run the 3-minute ad break now.
Jeffrey Epstein gifted a subscription to Stephen Hawking.
What?
Jeffrey Epstein gifted a subscription to Stephen Hawking.
That's crazy. Stephen Hawking won't be seeing the ads at the top of the hour, boys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Dev Random, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Area 51, thank you for the 5. Bill Vog, thank you for the 5 gifted. He wants to be asked because he's dead, Lamau. Okay, chill. What is this?
Jim, could you come in here, please?
Hi, Jim.
Hello.
I am Harvey, a computer. Jim sucks.
Got him.
Oh, wow. That's so rude.
I like that he has a little fez. Literally, you, Lamau. Oh my God. 9.89 out of 10. Okay. That was a bit of a collaborative effort. Let's be real. Yeah, we found out who the redacted senator was. Okay. I don't know if there's anything like new, unique, interesting in this. Like, Clinton likes them young is like probably one of the major ones. You know what I mean? The Stephen Hawking thing will get a lot of play from everybody. Maxwell's PR flag. Rosgau sends Maxwell emails trying to discredit Jeffrey. We read that already. Epstein says Maxwell should offer a reward to friends, family. We already read that too. Alan Dershowitz vehemently denies any involvement with any underage girls in Epstein. But unredacted motions by Jeffrey's attorney says Epstein's employees say Dershowitz was present alone at home of Epstein without his family in the presence of young girls. No! That directly contradicts his famous testimony. Unless they also talk about him not having his underwear on. Because in which case, that is a direct retort. The Dersh! Wow. Some of our faves are going to be impacted. My fave. Look. Alan Dershowitz, who'd been in Epstein's defense attorney negotiating a non-prosecution deal and arranging to keep it a secret from the victims. Alan the Dershowitz also filed a motion to intervene to contest the allegations that Jane Doe 3 filed a response to Dershowitz's intervention motion. The response explained that the allegations against Dershowitz, the Dersh, were relevant to at least 8 separate issues. 8 separate issues. The response also explains some of the evidence supporting the allegations against Dershowitz, including sworn testimony from one of Epstein's household employees, Juan Alessi, that Dershowitz came pretty often to Epstein's Florida mansion and got massages while he was there. Sworn testimony from another Epstein household employee, Alfredo Rodriguez, that Dershowitz was present alone at the home of Epstein without his family in the presence of young girls. Invocation of the Fifth Amendment rights to remain silent by 3 of Epstein's identified co-conspirators. Sarah Kellen, Nadia Marginkova, and Adriana Muchinska, when asked questions about whether Dershowitz had been involved with massage by young girls, refusal by Jeffrey Epstein to discuss Dershowitz's involvement, but instead to invoke his Fifth Amendment right. It might hurt your faves. Hello Kitty would never. I mean, Alan Dershowitz is a bit like Hello Kitty. Epstein's identified co-conspirators invoked their fifth when asked if Dershowitz had been involved with massages. Epstein himself invoked fifth. Dershowitz completely denies, didn't answer my recent text either. This guy's like texting Alan Dershowitz. Hasan, when you're in Thailand, don't bother in Pattaya. What does that mean? Who else is convinced massage is code for meth and sex? No, not meth, but it is code for sex. Chatter. They very clearly define that in the legal document. The massage often means sex. Like, that's basically a big part of the whole court document, is that in a lot of instances, the massage implies sex. Bro, why? What the fuck? Of course this happens right after I got my Dersh merch. Yeah. Sorry, man. You're gonna be eating crow. What has my physio been doing to me? No, I'm saying in this circumstance. What, people are getting duped by the Stephen Hawking bait? Wait, what is the meme? I can't see. What? Disgusting. Hold on one second. How are you telling me that Stephen Hawking frequented the island for pleasure? Yes, Jeffrey loved to have intellectual visits to the island, so you reward them for their hard work for humanity and other darker reasons. Did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Stephen Hawking's proclivities? Yes, he liked watching undressed midgets solve complex equations on a too high up chalkboard. This is not real. And it's just like, oh God, this is going to be so lame. Everyone is going to do this. Everyone is going to do this. There's going to be so much of this. Classic Dersh. I hope Epstein made videos. There have been suggestions that Epstein made secret videos of all the men who had sex in his houses and planes. I hope he did, and they're all revealed because they will prove I am not among them. I hereby waive any right of privacy in Epstein videos. Drill. Hello, Alan. This is your lawyer speaking. I am advising you today to please keep posting this shit. It's just like a banger, dude. I gotta repost that. Methinks he doth protest emotion. Bro, Alan Dershowitz has done all of the protesting. Okay? He has protested up and down. It's what we call self-snitching in the business. Okay? Harvard law professor, by the way, tenured Harvard law professor, by the way, successfully blacklisted Norm Finkelstein from academia, by the way, because he got fucking owned by him, by the way. For what, you might ask? That's right, plagiarism. Also defended OJ and Jeffrey Epstein. Another amazing Harvard alumnus, okay? He was only ever famous for getting away with killing his wife. Okay, that's an allegation. Okay, I just got to say, that's an allegation. Oh my God, they should make Dershowitz the next president of Harvard. Hashtag Dersh Twit in shambles. Yeah. Anyway, after Dersh was also filed a motion to intervene to contest the allegations. Jane Doe intervention. We already looked at that. Virginia Jeffrey deposition where she talks about being sent to have sex with Jean-Luc Brunel. She's also questioned about whether she was sent by Maxwell to have sex with the owner of a large hotel chain. Maxwell's lawyers tried to argue that Jeffrey was discrediting herself by including claims about having met Bill Clinton. Plaintiff's motion failed to mention any desire to take the deposition of former President Clinton. No notice of deposition had been served. Indeed, President Clinton first appeared on Plaintiff Third's revised Rule 26 disclosure 2 weeks ago on June 1st. Then last week in a reply in support of motion that exceed 10 depositions, plaintiff averred that Bill Clinton's deposition is necessary because Ms. Maxwell, in her deposition, raised Ms. Jeffrey's comments about President Clinton as one of the obvious lies to which she was referring in her public statement that formed the basis of the suit. This is utter nonsense and nothing more than a transparent ploy by plaintiffs to increase media exposure to her sensational stories through deposition slideshow. This witness has nothing relevant to add. They cite tabloid articles where Jeffrey talked about Clinton and Jeffrey's memoirish manuscript about some of her experiences, which we read. Dersh is trying to lie about this in his podcast, apparently. The Epstein list is guilt by association. Watch the Dersh show. The Dersh! Starting in 30 minutes, 5:30 p.m. EST on YouTube and Rumble. Hear my take on what this means and why. Wait, is he live right now?
Welcome back to the Dersh Show. The list, the infamous list, the Jeffrey Epstein list of the hundreds of people who had associations.
Bro, I can smell his house
with Jeff.
Like just this snapshot alone, like you know it's got that distinct old person house smell. Okay? Like fucking mothballs and dust. Dust that has accumulated over the course of many, many years. Okay, Murad is going nutty mode right now in the house. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I also realized that I have a haircut. Like that's literally happening right now, basically. And therefore, I have to cut this short. I wanted to do early gaming turns into no gaming. Story is old as time. Same thing will happen tomorrow. Okay, this is a unique circumstance. Okay, this is a unique circumstance where I unironically have a prior obligation. I have to get this haircut. And also, beyond that, the unique circumstance was that I was going to game early, and then the Jeffrey Epstein files dropped literally as soon as I was done with my coverage. What am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Jeffrey Epstein files drop as soon as I'm done with my news coverage and I'm about to transition over to the gaming segment.